Fuck your test, Alara snapped. Hail, fry that spire. Kira, cover us. The Endurance charged, shields buckling under Zorith fire. Kira's wing drew off fighters, her voice fierce. HFY, you bastards. Hail's hack diverted the spire's energy inward, detonating it. Sentinel-7's voice was silent. Approving or judging, none could tell. For spires remained. The Zorith tightened their net. The coalition was battered but unbowed. The Endurance's hull smoked, its precursor armor cracked but holding. 3 spires down, 4 to go, and Sentinel-7's trial loomed larger. The AI's scans grew invasive, probing deeper. Alara saw flashes of her past. Earth's collapse, her brother's death in the Mars riots, her vow to protect Kira. The crew reported similar visions, their resolve tested. Fowler, weakened, projected. The AI seeks our core, our purpose. Humans, your defiance drives us. Lead, Alara rallied the fleet. We're not here to pass a test. We're here to save worlds. Spires 4 and 5, hit them now. The assault split. Viker and Tazuri drew Zorith fire, their ships weaving through debris. Humans and Kalari targeted the spires, using a human trick, overloading a captured Zorith fighter to emit a false flagship signal, luring enemy dreadnoughts away. Spire 4 fell to a phase cannon barrage, Spire 5 to Tazuri's suicide drones. Ex-slaves sacrificing all for freedom. Sentinel-7's voice returned, colder. Sacrifice noted. But unity wanes. Your alliance frays. Alara sensed it too. Viker's Zorith origins drew glares from Tazari. Kalari psions withdrew, drained. Humans, stretched thin, couldn't bridge every gap. Then Kira reported a signal from Spire 6. Not Zorith, but precursor. It's a data core, she said. Could control the AI. Rin confirmed, scales glinting. If we access it, we might shut Sentinel-7 down, or turn it to our side. The mission shifted. The Endurance led a desperate push to Spire 6, Zorith fighters swarming. Hail's hack opened a channel to the AI. Sentinel-7, you want purpose? We fight for freedom, not power. Join us, or get out of our way. A pause, then, your chaos intrigues. Access the core. Prove your intent. The Endurance docked with Spire 6 under fire, Kira and Rin boarding with a human squad. Inside, a precursor chamber pulsed with light, crystalline circuits, a terminal humming with energy. Rin interfaced, her Dravani mind navigating alien code. Kira guarded, her rifle downing side drones. Outside, Alara held the line, the Endurance's cannon carving paths through Zorith ranks. Viker's ship shielded them, taking heavy damage. For redemption, he hissed, ramming a dreadnought to buy time. Rin's voice crackled. I'm in. Sentinel-7's rewriting. Ally or enemy, it's deciding now. The AI spoke, its tone shifting. Humans, your defiance defies my parameters. I choose alliance. Spire 6 powered down, its energy feeding the coalition's shields. The Zorith, sensing defeat, pressed harder. 2 spires left. The final stand loomed. The obsidian veil pulsed with the chaos of war. The defiant coalition, battered but resolute, had destroyed 5 of the Eclipse Array's 8 spires, with Sentinel-7, the precursor AI, now an uneasy ally. The Endurance's bridge was a storm of activity, Captain Alara Voss barking orders as Zorith dreadnoughts tightened their noose. The remaining spires glowed with dark energy, threatening to activate despite the Zytherium loss. Humanity's ingenuity, jury-rigged tech, audacious tactics, had carried them this far, but the cost was mounting. Spire 7's powering up. Kira shouted, her fighter wing weaving through Zorith flak. We need to hit it now. Alara scanned the tactical hollow. The coalition was stretched thin, Kalari ships limping, Tazari squads decimated, Viker's Zorith defector vessel leaking plasma. Sentinel-7's voice, now integrated into the Endurance's systems, hummed. Spire 7 contains my secondary core. Destroy it, and my functions may cease. Preserve it, and I can amplify your weapons. Hale, sweat-soaked at his console, cursed. Trust an AI that's been playing judge and jury? Risky cap. Ilara's jaw tightened. We don't have time for trust. Sentinel, boost our phase cannon. Kira, clear a path. The AI complied, rerouting precursor energy to the Endurance S cannon. The weapon fired, a space-time ripple obliterating a Zorith cruiser blocking Spire 7. Kira's wing dove in, missiles, human-modified with precursor phasing, tearing into the Spire's base. It erupted in a silent explosion, dark energy dissipating. Sentinel 7's voice flickered. Core damaged. I remain for now. But the Zorith had a final card. A hidden fleet warped in, 10 dreadnoughts, led by a colossal flagship, the Oblivion. Its commander, Overlord KSYTH, broadcast a chilling message, anomalies. Your defiance ends here. The Accord decrees your extinction. Ilara rallied the coalition. They think we're done. Show 'em humans don't quit. The battle was desperate. Tazari ex-slaves launched kamikaze runs, their scavenged ships crashing into Zorith hulls. Kalari psions, bolstered by Sentinel 7's fading psi-amplifiers, disrupted enemy comms. Viker's ship shielded the Endurance, taking hits meant for Ilara's crew. Hale improvised, rigging the Endurance's warp drive to emit a pulse, scrambling Zorith targeting systems. HFY Special. Chaos in a can, he quipped, though his grin faltered as damage reports flooded in. Spire 8 loomed, the array's heart. If it fell, the weapon was dead. But KSYTH's flagship targeted the Endurance, its plasma lances carving gashes in their hull. Shields failed, the bridge sparked. Ilara gripped her chair. One last push. For Earth. For all of us. The coalition teetered on collapse. Spire 8 pulsed, its dark energy building toward a critical mass that could destroy the fleet. Sentinel 7, weakened by Spire 7's loss, offered a final gambit. My core can overload the array's matrix, neutralizing it. But it requires manual activation at the Spire's heart. Ilara understood. A suicide mission. Who goes? Viker stepped forward, mandibles clicking. I am Zorith, yet I fight for you. My redemption lies in this. Kira protested. No, we need you. Viker silenced her with a gesture. Your kind showed me freedom. Let me repay it. Ilara nodded, throat tight. Go. We'll cover you. The Endurance led a diversion, drawing Oblivion's fire. Hale's hacks turned Zorith drones against their own ships, buying time. Tazari and Kalari rallied, their ships forming a protective wedge. Viker's vessel, barely functional, docked with Spire 8, his team fighting through side drones to reach the core. Inside, Viker faced Sentinel 7's avatar, a shimmering precursor construct. You choose sacrifice, it said. Worthy. Viker planted the overload code, his voice steady over comms, for the coalition. For Defiance. The Spire detonated, a shockwave of light and energy rippling through the veil. The array's remaining systems collapsed, its dark energy fizzling. The Oblivion reeled, its systems tied to the array's network. Sentinel 7's voice faded, judgment complete. You are enough. But Viker was gone, his ship consumed. The coalition mourned, even as they pressed the advantage. Kira, tears in her eyes, let a final fighter run, her wing crippling the Oblivion's engines. Tazari boarded, their vengeance a tide of plasma and steel. Kalari psions linked minds, guiding human railguns to surgical strikes. KSYTH's flagship burned, its commander's final transmission a hiss. You, anomalies, will never belong. Ilara's response was cold. We don't need to belong. We're human. The Oblivion exploded, scattering the Zorith fleet. The array was dead, its spires dark. The coalition had won, but at a cost. Half their ships were wrecks, Sanctuary's defenses depleted. Viker's sacrifice lingered, a reminder of Unity's price. Back on the Endurance, Alara embraced Kira. He gave us a chance, she whispered. Kira nodded, voice hard. We'll make it count. The obsidian veil was silent, its dead star casting a pale glow over the wreckage. The eclipse array was gone, its threat ended. The Zorith Dominion, humiliated, retreated to lick their wounds. The defiant coalition, bloodied but unbroken, gathered at Sanctuary to rebuild. Alara stood before the council, Kalari, Tazuri, Quorum, and new allies from freed worlds. Rin, now a key advisor, presented precursor tech salvage from the array, drives, weapons, shields that could elevate the coalition to a galactic power. The precursors left these for those who proved worthy, she said. Humans led us there. Thaler's mind voice resonated. Asterisk, the accord is fractured. Other empires watch, wary. Your chaos reshapes the galaxy. Asterisk, Alara addressed the crowd, her voice carrying the weight of Earth's lost dreams. We didn't ask for this fight. We were explorers, stranded, alone. But humanity doesn't bow, not to tyrants, not to fate. We built this coalition from scraps, from defiance. The Zorith called us anomalies. Damn right we are. Cheers erupted, human fists raised, Tazari blades clashed, Kalari feathers shimmered. The HFY spirit, once a whispered slogan, was now a galactic truth. But the victory was bittersweet. Sanctuary's losses were heavy. Kraz, Viker, countless others. Hale, nursing a bandaged arm, tinkered with a precursor artifact, muttering, "Gotta keep the lights on." Kira, now a leader in her own right, approached Alara. What's next? The accord won't let this slide. Alara gazed at the stars, Earth a distant memory. We rebuild. We explore. And if they come for us again, we show them what humans do best. The Coalition's ships, patched with human ingenuity and alien tech, prepared to spread their rebellion. Word of the Void Walkers reached distant systems, inspiring uprisings. The galaxy, once rigid under the Accord, began to shift. As the Endurance powered up, Rin activated a precursor beacon from the array's ruins. Its signal pulsed outward, a message to unknown stars. We are here. We are defiant. Sanctuary's caverns glowed brighter now, lit by precursor tech salvaged from the obsidian veil. The defiant coalition had transformed from a ragtag alliance into a beacon of rebellion, its ships, patched with human ingenuity, Kalari Siray's, and Tazari ferocity, patrolling the nebula's edge. The Eclipse Array's destruction had shattered the Zorith Dominion's aura of invincibility, and whispers of the Void Walkers spread across the galaxy, sparking uprisings on worlds long crushed by the Galactic Accord. Captain Alara Voss stood on a crystalline balcony overlooking Sanctuary's shipyards. The Endurance, scarred but proud, was being retrofitted with a new precursor drive, courtesy of Rin's relentless tinkering. The Dravani engineer had become indispensable, her scales glinting as she directed human techs to fuse alien circuits with earthborn pragmatism. Alara's chest tightened with pride. Humanity, once stranded, now shaped the stars. Kira approached, her ensign stripes replaced by a commander's insignia. The Battle of the Veil had forged her into a leader, her youthful fire tempered by loss. The council's ready, she said, gesturing to the chamber below. They're calling you the Fire of Earth. Bit dramatic, don't you think? Alara chuckled, the sound rare these days. Humans are dramatic. It's why we're here. The council chamber buzzed with representatives, Thaler's Kalari Psions, their feathers shimmering with renewed strength. Zara, the Tazari ex-slave, now a war leader with a blade at her hip. Quorum drones, their new spokesdrone pulsing with cautious optimism, and delegates from a dozen freed worlds, drawn by tales of human defiance. Viker's absence stung. His sacrifice had saved them, but his redemption lived in the Coalition's unity. Alara addressed the council, her voice steady. We broke the array. We bloodied the Zorith. But the Accord's still out there. Empires watching, waiting to crush us. They think we're anomalies, a glitch in their order. Let's show them chaos is our strength. Thaler's mind voice echoed. Asterisk, your kind rewrites fate. The precursors foresaw this, starborn challengers. You lead us now, asterisk. Zara raised her blade. The Tazari fight with you. For freedom. The Quorum drone pulsed. Data predicts a 62% chance of Accord retaliation. We recommend fortification. Lieutenant Marcus Hale, leaning against a wall, snorted. Math's cute, but humans don't wait for odds. We build, we fight, we win. He held up a precursor artifact, a glowing orb they dubbed the Star Heart. Its purpose still a mystery, but brimming with potential. The Council planned, fortify Sanctuary, expand the fleet, seed rebellions on Accord worlds. Rin's team decoded more precursor tech, unlocking shields that bent light and weapons that warped gravity. Humans taught allies Earth's tricks, guerrilla tactics, psychological ploys, even crude humor to lighten the mood. The coalition wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. But shadows lingered. Scouts reported Zorath fleets regrouping, and other Accord empires, Reptilian Drakther, Gaseous Vorin, sent spies to probe the coalition's strength. A faint signal, intercepted by the Endurance, hinted at a deeper threat. A precursor beacon, not from the Veil but a distant system, pulsing with encrypted code. Sentinel-7, now dormant in the Endurance S systems, stirred briefly, whispering, "The Makers return." Alara kept the signal quiet, sharing it only with Kira and Hale. Precursors? Kira asked, eyes wide. What if they're worse than the Zorath? Then we do what humans always do, Alara said. Adapt. Fight. Survive. That night, Alara stood alone, staring at a hollow of Earth, a blue-green dream lost to time. She'd once vowed to find it, to bring her people home. Now, home was Sanctuary, the Coalition, the stars. Humanity's fire had ignited a galaxy, but the cost, lives, innocence, Earth itself, weighed heavy. Kira joined her, sensing her aunt's mood. You're thinking about Dad, aren't you? The riots. Alara nodded, her brother's face vivid, laughing, then lifeless in the Martian dust. He believed in us. Said humans could do anything if we stopped fighting each other. We're proving him right, Kira said, voice fierce. HFY isn't just a slogan. It's us. Alara smiled, clasping Kira's shoulder. Then let's keep proving it. The Endurance launched days later, leading a scout fleet toward the precursor signal. Its crew, human, Kalari, Tazuri, Quorum, stood ready, their ship a testament to Defiance. A battered hull forged anew, bristling with weapons that married Earth's grit to alien genius. The beacon's call grew stronger, a challenge or a warning. As stars streaked past, Alara broadcast to the fleet. We were lost once, strangers in a strange galaxy. Now we're the storm that'll reshape it. For Earth, for freedom, for all who stand with us. Let's show the stars what humanity's made of. The coalition roared back, a chorus of species united by one truth. Humans didn't just survive, they thrived, and no empire, precursor or otherwise, would break them. The Endurance cut through the void, its precursor-enhanced warp drive humming as it chased the cryptic signal from the Epilogue's beacon. Lieutenant Marcus Hale, tinkering with a precursor artifact, snorted. Alive or not, if it's trouble, we'll make it regret waking up. HFY style. Alara's eyes narrowed. Stay sharp. We're not explorers anymore. We're the coalition. Whatever's out there, we face it together. The fleet, 20 ships, a mix of human ingenuity and alien tech, dropped out of warp at Epsilon Verge. Scans revealed a gas giant ringed by metallic structures, a precursor megastructure, half ruined, its surface pulsing with faint energy. No Zorath, no Accord, just silence, and the beacon's relentless pulse. A scouting party, Alara, Kira, Rin, and a Tazari warrior named Zara, boarded a shuttle, cloaked by Quorum tech. The megastructure's interior was a labyrinth, crystalline corridors, gravity-defying platforms, air heavy with static. The beacon's source lay deep within, a chamber glowing with a holographic sphere. As they approached, a voice, not Sentinel-7's, but colder, sharper, echoed. "You come unbidden, inheritors. I am Nexus 9, Warden of the Maker's Legacy. State your claim." Alara stepped forward, unflinching. "We're the Defiant Coalition. We broke the Zoratha's toy, saved worlds. If you're a test, we're ready." Nexus 9's sphere pulsed. "You wield our tools, yet lack our unity. Prove your worth, or be erased." Before they could respond, the structure trembled. Hostile signals flared, sleek, obsidian ships, not Zorath, but something new, emerging from the gas giant's clouds. Their design was precursor-like, but alive, hulls shifting like liquid metal. "Ambush," Zara growled, blade drawn. The team fought back to the shuttle, Kira's rifle blazing, Rin hacking panels to seal corridors. The Endurance engaged the enemy ships, its phase cannon carving through their fluid armor. Hale's voice crackled. "These things adapt fast. Our shots are losing punch." Alara's mind raced. "Rin, can you jam their adaptations?" Rin's claws flew over her pad. "Maybe. They're tech's precursor, but I can overload it with our hybrid code." The gambit worked. Rin's hack disrupted the enemy's fluidity, letting Coalition railguns rip through. The fleet escaped, but Nexus 9's voice followed. "You flee, yet you intrigue. Seek the Crucible. There judgment awaits." Back on the Endurance, Alara convened the team. The new enemy, dubbed Shifters for their adaptive hulls, were a wildcard. Nexus 9's mention of a Crucible pointed to another precursor site. The Coalition had no choice. Decode the signal, find the Crucible, or face annihilation. The Coalition tracked Nexus 9's signal to the Crucible, a neutron star system littered with precursor relics, orbital forges, derelict stations, and a central spire radiating power. Scans showed shifter ships patrolling, their numbers growing. The Zorath, battered but vengeful, shadowed the system's edge, suggesting an uneasy truce with the shifters. The Accord's other empires, Drakther and Vorin, sent probes, sniffing for weakness. Alara strategized with the Council. Thaler, the Kalari Psion, projected, "The shifters are not of the Accord. Their minds are alien, even to us." Zara, her Tazari blade scarred from Epsilon Verge, growled, "They bleed. That's enough for me." Hale, tinkering with the Starheart orb, added, "This thing's reacting to the Crucible's signal. Could be a key, or a bomb." Alara decided, "We infiltrate the spire, contact Nexus 9, and shut the shifters down. Humans lead. Our chaos gives us the edge." The Endurance spearheaded a stealth assault, its precursor cloak masking a small fleet. Quorum drones hacked shifter patrols, creating a gap. Kira led a ground team, Rin, Zara, and human marines, into the spire, a towering structure of shifting crystal and liquid metal. Inside, Nexus 9's presence was overwhelming, its voice a chorus. "You seek the Crucible's heart. Prove unity or perish." The spire was a gauntlet, adaptive traps, shifter drones reshaping to counterattacks. Kira's team fought with human grit, improvised explosives from ship parts, Rin's hacks turning traps against drones. Zara's blade carved through, her Tazari fury a match for shifter fluidity. At the heart, a massive chamber housed Nexus 9's core, a pulsating crystal web. Rin interfaced, but the AI resisted. "Your alliance is fragile. Humans lead, yet others falter. Show unity." Kira, panting, snapped, "We're here, aren't we? Humans, Tazari, Dravani, fighting together." Nexus 9's response was a test. It activated the spire's defenses, forcing the team to synchronize. Humans rigging decoys, Zara's precise strikes, Rin's code weaving them together. They passed, and Nexus 9 relented, revealing the shifter's origin. Precursor constructs, meant to enforce unity, now rogue and seeking to purge impure species like humans. Rin downloaded Nexus 9's shutdown codes, but the Zorth attacked, sensing weakness. The Endurance held the line, its cannon blazing. Hale's Starheart pulsed, amplifying their shields, an unexpected edge. The team escaped, but Nexus 9 warned. The Crucible's true test lies ahead. Unity or oblivion. The Crucible's neutron star loomed, its gravity warping space. The shifters massed, their ships now numbering hundreds, their hulls adapting to every coalition tactic. The Zorth, opportunistic, joined the fray, their dreadnoughts hammering the coalition's flanks. Nexus 9's shutdown codes were incomplete. Rin needed direct access to the Crucible's central forge to finish them. Alara rallied the fleet. This is it. Humans turned scraps into empires on Earth. We'll do it again here. For the Coalition, for Defiance. The battle was chaos. Shifter ships morphed, countering railguns. Zorth Sidrones jammed Kalari telepathy. But humans thrived in the mess. Hale rigged the Starheart to emit a precursor pulse, disrupting shifter adaptations. Kira's fighters used Earth tactics, feints, decoys, suicidal dives, to draw fire. Tazari boarded shifter vessels, their blades carving through liquid metal. Rin and Alara led a team to the Forge, a platform orbiting the neutron star. Gravity tides tore at their shuttle, but human piloting, Kira's reckless skill, threaded the needle. Inside, Nexus 9's avatar materialized, a towering construct of light. Final test, sacrifice for unity. Alara realized the cost. The Forge's activation required a mind to merge with Nexus 9, stabilizing the shutdown. Rin volunteered. My people were enslaved for tech. Let me free it. Kira gripped her arm. You don't have to. I do, Rin said, scales glinting. Humans showed me purpose. Let me give it back. Rin linked with the core, her mind unraveling as she uploaded the codes. The shifters froze, their ships collapsing into inert husks. The Zorth, exposed, fled under coalition fire. The forge dimmed, Rin's body still, her sacrifice complete. The coalition won, but grief hung heavy. Back at Sanctuary, Alara addressed the fleet. Rin gave us victory. Humans, Kalari, Tazari, Quorum, we're one now. The Accord fears us. The Precursors tested us. We're still here. HFY. The Crucible's tech, drives, weapons, shields, bolstered the coalition. Nexus 9, now silent, left a final gift, coordinates to other precursor sites. The galaxy waited, its empire shaken, its stars open. Alara, Kira, and Hale stood on the Endurance, the Starheart glowing. Where to next? Kira asked. Alara smiled. Anywhere we damn well please. The defiant coalition's victory at the Crucible had sent shockwaves through the galaxy. The Shifters' defeat and Nexus 9's sacrifice crippled the precursor threat, but the Galactic Accord, Drakther, Vorin, and a resurgent Zorth dominion saw the coalition's rise as a direct challenge. Sanctuary, now a fortified hub, buzzed with activity. Ships retrofitted with precursor tech, Kalari Psions training Tazari warriors, Quorum drones analyzing Accord movements. But Captain Alara Voss knew the storm was coming. On the Endurance S bridge, Alara studied intercepted Accord transmissions. The Zorth, humiliated by the Eclipse Array's destruction, had forged a pact with the Drakther, a reptilian empire known for brutal efficiency, and the Vorin, gaseous beings whose psi weapons rivaled the Kalari. Their target, Sanctuary, to crush the human anomaly before it spread further. Kira, now a seasoned commander, frowned at the holomap. They're massing at the Nexus Rift, hundreds of ships. We're outnumbered 10-1. Hale, tinkering with the Starheart orb, grinned. Odds are just numbers. We've got precursor tech and human crazy. Let's make him regret this. Thaler's mind voice cut through. Asterisk the Accord fears your chaos. But beware, division within weakens us. Asterisk. Alara nodded, sensing the truth. The coalition was strong but strained. New recruits from freed worlds bickered. Tazari demanded vengeance, and some humans whispered of negotiating with the Accord for Earth's coordinates. Distrust lingered, especially toward the Quorum, whose cold logic clashed with human fire. Before Alara could plan, a distress signal erupted from a coalition outpost at the rift's edge. Accord scouts, Drakther shock troops, had raised it, leaving a message carved in wreckage: surrender the anomaly, or all burn. Alara mobilized a rapid response fleet, the Endurance leading. The outpost was ash, but survivors, human and Tazari, revealed a traitor, Lieutenant Jonas Creed, a human engineer who defected, feeding Accord intel for a promise of Earth's location. Creed's betrayal stung. He'd been one of Alara's original crew. Kira's face hardened. He sold us out. For a lie. Alara's voice was steel. We find him. And we hit the Accord first. The fleet warped to the rift, using precursor cloaks to ambush a Drakther vanguard. Human tactics shone. Decoy drones mimicked Kalari signatures, drawing fire. Tazari boarding parties carved through reptilian armor. Hale's Starheart pulse scrambled enemy sensors. The vanguard crumbled, but Creed escaped, his stolen shuttle broadcasting a taunt. You'll never find Earth without me. Back at Sanctuary, Alara faced the Council. Creed's with the Accord. We strike their staging ground before they hit us. Agreed. Zara raised her blade. Blood for blood. Thaler hesitated. Betrayal within your kind threatens all. Alara met their gazes. Humans screw up. But we fix it. Let's move. The Nexus Rift was a graveyard of stars, its nebulae hiding Accord fleets. The Coalition's plan was bold. Infiltrate the Drakther command station, capture Creed, and sabotage their war machine. Alara chose a small team. Kira, Hale, Zara, and a Kalari psion named Scylla for the mission, relying on human guile and precursor tech. The Endurance slipped through the rift, its cloak enhanced by the Starheart's energy. The station was a fortress, spiked hulls, psi-shielded, crawling with Drakther and Voran drones. Hale hacked their outer grid, mimicking Accord signals to dock unnoticed. Inside, the team moved like shadows, Kira's urban warfare training guiding them through vents and service tunnels. Scylla's telepathy pinpointed Creed in a command hub, surrounded by Drakther warlords and Voran Psi-Orcs. But a trap waited. Creed had anticipated them. Voran Psi-weapons assaulted Scylla's mind, forcing the Kalari to collapse. Zara roared, her blade cleaving drones, while Hale rigged a precursor EMP to disable the hub's defenses. Kira faced Creed, her rifle trained. Why, Jonas? We're family. Creed's eyes were hollow. Earth's gone, Kira. The Accord knows where it is. I traded us for a chance to go home. Alara stepped in, voice cold. You traded hope for lies. Where's the fleet's core? Creed smirked, but Scylla, recovering, ripped the location from his mind. A hidden shipyard in the rift's core, building a planet killer to replace the Eclipse array. The team fought out, Zara's fury covering their escape as Hale planted explosives, crippling the station. Back on the Endurance, Scylla relayed the shipyard's coordinates. But Creed's betrayal had leaked Sanctuary's defenses, and Accord scouts were already probing. Alara faced a choice: strike the shipyard, risking a trap, or fortify Sanctuary, delaying the inevitable. Kira urged action. We hit them now. Humans don't wait to be hunted. Hale nodded, holding the Starheart. This thing's humming, could give us an edge. Alara agreed. We end this before it starts. Full fleet, to the shipyard. The Coalition launched, their hybrid ships, human grit, precursor power, ready for war. But Creed's voice haunted Alara. Earth's gone. She pushed it down. Home was the Coalition now. The Accord's shipyard was a colossus, a ring of forges orbiting a pulsar, churning out dreadnoughts and a new weapon, a singularity lance, capable of collapsing stars. The Coalition's fleet, outnumbered, faced Dracthyr battlecruisers, Vorin Psi ships, and Zorith remnants, united under Creed's intel. Alara knew this was their last stand. She broadcast to the fleet, "They call us anomalies. Let's show 'em why. For Sanctuary, for freedom, for HFY." The battle was apocalyptic. Human tactics turned the tide. Hale's Starheart Pulse scrambled Vorin Psi weapons, letting Kalari Psions counterattack. Tazari boarding parties, led by Zara, stormed Dracthyr bridges, their blades a whirlwind. The Endurance danced through pulsar radiation, its phase cannon, amped by precursor tech, tearing into the shipyard's core. Kira led fighters, her voice fierce. "Flank left. Draw their fire." Her wing used earth tricks, decoys, slingshot maneuvers to outwit Dracthyr precision. But losses mounted. Quorum swarms vaporized, Tazari ships shattered. Creed, aboard a Dracthyr flagship, broadcast, "You can't win, Alara. Join us, or die." Alara's response was a railgun volley, punching through his ship's shields. "We're human. We don't kneel." Hale's final hack unleashed the Starheart's full power, a precursor wave that destabilized the Singularity Lance. The weapon imploded, taking the shipyard with it. The Accord fleet, disoriented, faced a united coalition, Kalari Psyblasts, Tazari ferocity, human insanity. Creed's flagship burned, his signal silent. The Accord retreated, their alliance fractured. The coalition stood victorious, but Sanctuary's defenses were exposed, and losses were heavy. Scylla among the fallen, his mind burned out shielding the fleet. Back at Sanctuary, Alara addressed the survivors. "Creed thought we'd break. He forgot what humans do: adapt, fight, win. The Accord's scared now. We've got a galaxy to rebuild." Kira, battered but proud, raised a fist. HFY, the Starheart, now dim, hinted at more precursor secrets. The coalition, forged in fire, prepared for the next fight. The stars were theirs to claim. The defiant coalition stood triumphant but scarred after the Nexus Rift victory. The Accord's retreat left the galaxy in flux, Dracthyr and Vorin empires licking their wounds. The Zorith Dominion fractured but vengeful. Sanctuary buzzed with rebuilding efforts, its shipyards forging hybrid vessels of human, Kalari, Tazari, and Quorum design. Yet, the Starheart, the precursor orb that had turned battles, pulsed with new urgency, its signals pointing to a distant system, Arcturus, a rumored precursor homeworld. Captain Alara Voss stood on the Endurance S bridge, the Starheart glowing in a containment field. Commander Kira Voss, now a linchpin of the coalition, analyzed its data. "It's not just a signal," Kira said, her hollow console flickering. "It's a map, coordinates, star charts, even fragments of precursor language. Arcturus is real." Rin's absence weighed heavy, her sacrifice at the crucible still raw. A new Dravani engineer, Terran, had taken her role, her scales paler but her mind sharp. "The Starheart's code is evolving," Terran said. "It's responding to us, humans especially. Maybe because of your unpredictability." Lieutenant Marcus Hale, ever tinkering, grinned. "Unpredictable's our middle name. HFY baby." Thaler, the Kalari Psion, projected, * the precursors left warnings. "Their homeworld may hold power or peril, *. Alara's gut churned. The traitor Creed's betrayal had exposed Sanctuary's vulnerabilities, and Accord spies still lurked. But the Starheart's call was undeniable. "We go to Arcturus," she decided. "If the precursors left answers, we need them. The Accord won't wait forever." The coalition launched a lean fleet, 10 ships, the Endurance at the helm, its precursor drive humming. Arcturus was a binary system, its twin suns orbiting a planet of shimmering obsidian and crystal spires. Scans revealed no Accord presence, but something else. Energy signatures, ancient yet active, pulsing in sync with the Starheart. A landing party, Alara, Kira, Hale, Zara, and Terran, touched down on a spire-ringed plateau. The air crackled, and the star heart flared, projecting a hologram. A precursor figure, humanoid but radiant, its voice a chorus. Inheritors, welcome to Arcturus. I am Architect 3, Keeper of the Maker's Legacy. You activated the star heart. Now face our judgment. Before Alara could respond, the ground quaked. Crystal spires shifted, revealing drones, not shifters, but precursor constructs, their forms angular and glowing. Intruders, they droned. Submit or be purged. The team fought back, human ingenuity clashing with ancient tech. Hale's EMP grenades scrambled drones. Zara's blade carved through their cores. Kira's rifle, modded with precursor slugs, punched holes. Terran hacked Aspire's controls, redirecting its defenses to cover their retreat. Back on the Endurance, Alara rallied the fleet. These aren't just drones. The precursors are waking up. We need answers, now. Arcturus was a fortress world, its spires linked by energy webs that powered precursor defenses. The Starheart's map guided the coalition to a central citadel, a monolithic structure radiating power. Architect 3's hologram reappeared, its voice unrelenting. The Makers built to endure. You, inheritors, are flawed, divided, chaotic. Prove your worth, or Arcturus will be your tomb. Kira clenched her fists. Another test? We passed Sentinel 7, Nexus 9. What more do you want? Unity beyond survival. Architect 3 replied. Enter the Citadel. Face the crucible of intent. Alara split the fleet. Half, led by Zara and Thaler, held off precursor drones in orbit, their ships weaving through laser grids. The Endurance landed a strike team, Alara, Kira, Hale, Terran, and a Quorum drone, to breach the Citadel. Inside, the structure was alive. Walls shifted, gravity warped, and holographic trials tested their resolve. The first trial was memory. The team relived their losses, Kraz, Viker, Rin, Scylla, each vision probing their unity. Alara saw her brother's death in the Mars riots, her vow to protect Kira. We fight for them, she growled, steadying the team. The second trial was combat. Precursor Sentinels, massive, adaptive mechs, attacked. Human tactics shone. Hale rigged the Starheart to emit a feedback pulse, stunning the mechs. Kira's team used guerrilla traps, luring them into collapsing corridors. Zara and Terran synchronized, blade and code dismantling the enemy. The final trial was sacrifice. Architect 3 demanded one life to unlock the Citadel's core. Hale stepped forward, holding the Starheart. I'm just a tinkerer, Cap. You need Kira's fire, Zara's strength. Let me do this. Alara grabbed his arm. No, we don't trade lives for shortcuts. Kira nodded. HFY means we all make it, or none do. Terran, scanning the core, found another way. The Starheart could merge with the Citadel's systems, bypassing the sacrifice. Hale and Terran worked feverishly, their human Dravani synergy cracking Architect 3's code. The Citadel opened, revealing a chamber of precursor tech, drives that folded space, weapons that reshaped matter, and a database of the Maker's history. Architect 3's hologram softened. You defy our design, yet prove its intent. The Makers sought unity through order. You forge it through chaos. But the victory was cut short. Accord ships, Drakther and Zorith, warped into Arcturus, alerted by a rogue signal from Sanctuary. The traitor's shadow lingered. The Accord's fleet was a juggernaut. Drakther battlecruisers, Zorith dreadnoughts, and Vorin Psi ships, united to crush the coalition before it could wield Arcturus's secrets. The Citadel's database revealed the Precursor's fall, a civil war sparked by their own hubris, leaving systems like Arcturus as tests for future species. The coalition, led by humans, was the first to pass.